Welcome back, folks. We're jumping into this second match here today against York Lions. This is the same team as earlier. So already here we're seeing that pressure come on for Fuel. Shots going in. We're going to see a pinch shot in the net, but no, Reeker gets there in time. Nitro with the back.
Oh.
And gets the goal over Ches.
Stronger defense, though, from Fuel. There was
Vertex.
just a really bad angle from Vertex. You see, he had it, but just a misclick. Not have the time to boost so into that direction.
Already here now, Fuel coming off of a devastating loss. They're going to have to really recoup their losses here if they want to win this one. And already we're seeing that pressure come in with Vertex and Reeker trying to do their best to keep this game off of their end. But those shots are already happening. Fuel here with another goal scored in the first minute. Yeah.
And a good, once again, just a tough angle and a post-goal demo to boot, too.
Unfortunate. Yeah. Fuel here winning the kickoff. Gets a shot right on net.
And that's what you want to see.
Alrighty, Fuel has decided this time they're not going to let them get that early advantage. Not going to let them play around anymore. We're going to get in this. You see there, they've got that focus. They've got that attention. They know what they want out of their players. You know, Leo's in the room there watching it with them, coaching them through it. We got to talk to him earlier in the stream, so if you missed it, go check that out. Here's Bosco going up for an aerial flip off of the roof, but it won't be enough as Fuel's going to be able to control this in front of their net. Going to look for a good pinch over with it. Vertex going up over. Both teammates deciding to overcommit there. That's all right. They are able to get that back check there as Ches going in for a pinch toward the net. One player's going to miss it, but Bosco's going to recover for their team.
And
here.
a good hit right onto that back board, but enough for someone to recover. Chess misses the aerial commit, but Vertex is there with a tap. Goes to Ches, launching it to the end. Hits Nitro off the post.
Good save by the team there from Fuel. It's just almost gone in, but it hasn't. As Rika recovers with his teammate, gets a good deke around the player. Oops, Noah there to get a shot to mid. Good clear from York here. Good to set up in front of the net, but no, Vertex is there in time, playing off of his teammate. We're going to see Rika here going for a controlled setup into the boards there, but no one will be there. Ches puts it up, but a clear from Bosco will put Fuel here back in the pocket. As Rika contests with the air, he's going to go for it up. He's going to try and go for a bank there, but it won't be enough. Vertex doesn't have the boost to get this, so he's going to have to recover from his teammate. Keep the ball in York's end as Fuel goes on the attack once again.
And unfortunately, Ches does not have the momentum. It did do a nice roll onto that center, but Bosco was there to redirect it. Vertex with a good wall pinch, puts back into the corner, hits off again, but goes back to Ches, and this is the attack you want. Just the pressure from Fuel is relenting right now, and this is exactly what you want to see. Vertex with the hit!
Oh, beautiful! This time, they didn't miss the crossbar.
It hit the crossbar.
It hit the crossbar, but it went in.
Yep, as
Finally.
you can see. Boom! Bada bop boom, pow!
They got rid of that old curse that plagued the first game. They're finally in this. You know, it's a lot different showing than before. They've got that energy. They've got that drive.
Whoa.
Both teams are going to miss the kickoff, leaving for the thirds to come in and recover. Looks like York here is going to get the advantage. They're going to try and go for an aerial flip in. Vertex is going to recover, though. Does catch up for his team. Reeker here going off of the boards. Clears from Bosco to try and put it towards Fuel's net. It won't be enough here as Vertex is going to recover for his team. Ball goes to the clear into the mid, right over to Nitro's head. Gets demoed by Reeker, who's going to get a good flip into the net, blocked by Bosco, but it will burn some of their fuel here on the defense, as a good bump from his teammate will leave York here with a bit of a disadvantage on the attack. As Fuel's going to clear this out. Bosco, they're going to control this, but a good pinch out of the net from Reeker will put Fuel here towards this, as this balance is controlled by Bosco. York here, they're going to have this, have to have a good defense in order to save themselves.
And you can see it here. The demos are coming out on the side of Fuel. The attack is going out. An insane passing play from ground to wall. Going onto that center, hitting off the roof to bounce it in.
Enough here. Vertex did a bit of an overcommit at that top there. Ches is going to contest Bosco in the mid. Noah's going to try to recover for his team, putting it towards Fuel's net here as the pressure goes in. A good flick up, but Reeker is there to cover. Good save from Fuel here as a demo from Reeker following through to keep Fuel the pressure off.
Fuel has learned.
Noah goes up here, trying his best to keep a shot at the net, but it won't be enough. Gets blocked by Fuel here for Noah to not get a good shot, but blocked again by Ches. Good save. Pressure is on. Fuel's got to get the advantage. Go for a forecheck, a good bounce toward the net. Vertex is going to go up. Bosco is going to beat him to it. Here, Reeker putting that shot back again in, put up by Nitro, but it won't be enough. Reeker is going to get that bounce off of the middle there, but Ches a bit under. As Vertex controls the bounce into the right pocket, allowing for a good recenter. It's going to go over. Bosco is up there, but he can't cover the second. Shot goes off the crossbar. Shot goes at the net again, off the crossbar. But Ches, no, with the save. And Fuel here, they've got a tied game going into overtime with this first match.
Unless
Hail
Mary.
Final shot goes toward the net. Ches is going to go for a contestant over the top, but it won't be enough. What?
Yeah!
Reeker with the final goal, heaping them to win this match.
And that's map 1 going to Fuel Esports.
That is match 1 going to Fuel Esports with a good bank shot to tie the knot and to win it for Fuel there. Well done.
Already a really strong performance and definitely a complete 180 to what we saw against Waterloo.
Absolutely. I mean, just a really good showing coming off of the gate there. Did concede that first goal, but it didn't matter. You know, they had that pressure. They had that drive, a lot better coordination, playing a lot more off of their opponent's mistakes than last time. That being said,
aside from that one moment, they didn't let that happen again. It was just those 2 goals were just a difference in angle and positioning. But the moment they kind of started reading into what York was doing, you start getting things like this.
Vertex with a beautiful bank shot into that upper corner and allowing for Reeker to finish it off for Fuel.
Yeah. And now, as we go into game 2, I'm really curious as how York is going to respond to this.
I think there's a lot of just mispositioning from the side of York. It really came down to where you are, right place, right time, and also that skill. I think Fuel having so much diversity amongst their players is very important. In allowing them to really succeed individually while also playing like a team.
Yeah,
it's really it really lets.
Well, as we get to start our engines, as we get right into the next kickoff here. Game 2 starting right now. Party time!
Party time here. Fuel does manage to win the kickoff, allowing them for a better setup, but Nitro's going to take advantage. A good bounce to the net. Vertex is there, though, to shut it down. Bosco tried to recover for his teammate, but it won't be enough as the clears are going back and forth, ping-ponging across the field here. As Fuel going to allow for a bit of a mix-up here. A good bounce flick in. He's going to allow the follow-through from Reeker, just not quite being there where he wanted. But a demo from Bosco will allow himself to follow through and get the goal.
That was dirty.
Really well played here from the side of Waterloo. I think a lucky demo, but a demo nonetheless.
A demo that could have determined if that goal went in or not.
Yeah, here Fuel jumping off again. Kickoff happens. York is going to win it here as Noah goes up for the aerial. He's serving a lot of boost. That dance into the net won't be enough though, as Vertex and Chaz are both there. That pressure's on, allowing for a good mix-up from his team. Pinched back into the right corner of York's side, though. Noah there is there and ready for it. Reeker is going to control this bounce, putting it over Bosco, but again, demos all around. Vertex has the opportunity to make something happen. Doesn't have any boost, though, so won't be able to follow through, as it looks like York is setting up for an attack here. Noah's going to get blocked on the press. Waiting for a bad clear from
oh my god,
York.
That was a
Fuel's
play.
going to take advantage of it. They're going to get the goal.
Reeker hits it. It goes off. Nitro tries to redirect it, but Vertex is there to send it right back. Return to sender.
Now, something you see there that you really want to take advantage of is having that dual man attack, especially when your first player is the one dribbling it, taking it in. That forces the opponents to have to think about whether or not they can test one or both, especially when you go for those fakos. And you saw that there with Vertex playing off of his teammates' setup there, as Bosco and York are setting up for and pressing this attack. It tried to go for a chip in front of the net, but it wasn't there. Vertex playing off of Reeker, controlled by Bosco at the back check, allowing for York to get a press here, as both teams contesting in Fuel's end.
And a bit of a really low momentum pitch from Reeker and Chez. It does put the ball back into Fuel's end, but there Rico goes mid. Ooh,
big aerial
hook, line, and sinker
from Reeker will put it in York's net. Fuel's advantage. It's a beautiful goal, sunken right over. Nitro just didn't have the speed.
Really, really good play, and as Leo was saying earlier, like Reeker's the menace.
That's right here. Fuel different showing. They've got that pressure. They've got that momentum from that first match. They're already in this. But a bit of an overextension from Fuel here will leave them at the back foot, as you saw right there, leaving an open net.
That's
Noah
what
just
happens
took
when you
advantage of it.
overextend.
Yeah, all 3 players going up for that aerial. Just not.
And now we're back 2-2 with 2 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock going into this kickoff.
Ready here, Fuel. Going in, a shot on net already. A good save from Bosco, keeping his team in it. As he's going to try to dribble this towards Fuel's end. He's going to go up over Reeker, leading towards Chez. He's going to clear it back toward York's end, pinching into the net there. Vertex is up, but it won't be enough. Reeker going for a setup for Chez. Bit too fast, playing it over the net is Bosco. He's got the boost for a setup, not for a shot. And that we see there, a pinch from Vertex will allow Fuel to get it back into mid, clearing it towards the net. Double demo. Vertex wasn't there on the bounce, but Ches covering it just in the nick of time. Keeping Fuel in this match once again. A shot goes off the crossboard. Noah almost getting the goal, but won't be enough. Rieker again playing it in the middle here, trying to keep it that pressure on the back foot for York here as Vertex going for a clear. Nitro, though, will put it into Fuel's pocket on the left side there.
And it's just pinches all around. This ball just hitting at supersonic speeds as it's getting launched by pinch after pinch after pinch. Both teams are trying to get an angle on this so you can start sending it. You can see an air dribble. Is it going to be enough? No!
Now, unfortunately, they tried to contest it as Ches went up here, but he bumped Noah rather than the ball. Rieker tried to get there, tried to redirect it up, but it wasn't enough. That will put York here at the lead. We'll get to the second half of this match.
And already off the kickoff, you can see Bosco with another goal, really being the goaltender of York for this match. Goes to Vertex, pinching it off, sending it to the center, tries to go for the rebound, doesn't get it, rolls on the ground to Ches, up the wall, and aerial to Ches, keeping it still, pitches to Bosco, going to Vertex, hitting off the wall, back to the center, goes to Rieker, hits off the wall again, and it's just a back and forth, and someone gets security of it now.
Now here's something to notice. The boost economy of both teams is really well, but I think you're seeing a little bit of a wasted boost coming from the side of Fuel. The reason for this is that because you have, once you get to a certain speed, you'll see those purple trails underneath. You no longer need to boost at that point.
Because you're at max speed.
You are at max speed, and your momentum will carry you, unless you turn it, of course. That being said here, even on those small turns, you don't want to be boosting away from the ball. You never want to do that unless you're going for a regroup or a re-attack. But a double across the crossbar both times. But Bosco, that pressure is just there. They're just relentless at that attack. And you saw them deliver and Fuel, all three of them there, but none really playing around the rhythm and momentum of York, allowing for them to get there.
But it took all three members of York just to score that goal, which was a really high commitment, which can also be very, very risky. Ches goes for an aerial dribble to Rieker, who pinches it off the wall again, hits it off redirection to Rieker, who taps it just a little bit too high, unfortunately. Goes to Vertex to pinch it, but it goes to Bosco, who manages to secure it. Hits it off. 10 seconds, it's a breakaway goal, heading to Bosco again.
York Lions taking the lead in this match with a lot of clear and really good plays from them as well. Taking advantage of that. You saw overextension is really what Fuel is weak at this point, especially when they don't have the follow-through. Like, you're going for these attacks, but it's only one of you, and you're basically lofting it into their end. As we saw right there, you had that attack in, you set the ball up, but then there's no follow-through in the corner.
No, unfortunately, but it also comes down to a lot of those demo goals too. Fuel has the momentum to really carry this into Game 3 because now we're tied up.
We are tied up. And now, what do you think both teams are doing well?
I think what both teams are doing well at, so for York, it's their potential to kind of flip up what Fuel has planned or predicts what York's plan is. They're really good at their deception. Fuel is really good at getting the aggression and overwhelming, but the problem is they are bleeding the momentum. They need to make quick strikes, make them precise without draining the momentum that they have. The moment they get an opportunity, they need to capitalize on it instantly. Do not let your time bleed out. What both teams can improve on, York could improve on double and triple committing, especially trying to prioritize sending Fuel to the scrapyard. They already know they can get goals without doing that. Fuel needs to rely on their boost economy and relying on your teammates. It seems there's a lot of glory taking right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with both of those pushes from Fuel, trying to get those aerials into the net, but I mean, it's a loft in basically, right? And those clears, I mean, We talked about it last match. They really like to send a clear into inopportune positions. And the reason for this is simply because it's usually done out of panic or stress. And the inopportune place that it gets sent is the middle. Like, you never want to clear to the middle. You always
No.
want to clear to the sides.
You want to clear to the sides. You never want to clear to the middle. The only time that ball should be in the middle is if you have a high opportune moment to actually score a goal and not hit the crossbar.
Yeah, like you're.
That's the other thing that both teams ought to improve on.
Oh
Stop
my
hitting the
God.
crossbar.
Stop hitting the crossbar. Like, you guys, you can. We know you can do it.
Like, what did the crossbar do to you, huh?
Exactly.
It's just there being an innocent little crossbar doing its crossbar job, living its crossbar life.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Okay?
We're not giving you a bigger net, folks. You gotta work with what you got.
I mean, they could just get Scott Sterling.
Or Mbappe.
If anyone gets that reference, thank you.
No, I'm being nice and pretending that I got it.
Scott Sterling. You've heard of Scott Sterling. What? I have a video to show you after. But as we get into this, here we go. Game 3, kickoff number 1, going to Fuel.
Ready Fuel, though, getting turned by Bosco and his team. Goes over Ches, allowing for a beautiful setup toward the net. Reeker going to have to recover for his team. And Ches there, coming back. That back check is so important, especially when you have that awareness to see that you left that missed ball, right? So, right there, Reeker going for a pinch up to the side. But it looks like York's going to try and set up for a shot here. Goes over Vertex, leaving Reeker and Ches on their own in front of the net. This ball's getting bounced up and over. Right here, you'll see this happen. Flick goes in, but it gets blocked. He's there to recover it, but that's not the kind of recovery that you want. You want to contest in them, like when it's coming down, not when it's going up.
Honestly, what Fuel should do, when Reeker has the flick and is getting ready for it, Ches and Vertex should start demoing. Open the door. Get as much clearance for him as possible. Or
set up for a pass.
Set up for a pass.
That's what we want to see, Fuel. Now, this is a great play from Ches, putting it just right towards Reeker. Reeker knew what it was happening. He was there, and Noah just wasn't in the right position to block it, allowing for a goal.
Exactly. And now going into this next kickoff, we're a minute down, and it's 1-0 with Fuel in the lead. But that can change really, really quickly unless Fuel's defense is flawless.
Here's the thing. Fuel can win this match by only playing defense. And I think that's what they should do, because they overextend way too much.
Kind of like that.
Already there. We're seeing those missed boost attacks. And, Vertex should not be dribbling in like this. And the reason for this is, even though he does have the opportunity to score, you just saw Reeker waste so much of his boost going up for the aerial, and you had a bunch. You want to be able to make sure that you're able to get back there, so you just dump it into the opponent's end. Force them to boost in the corner and allow for something to happen, right? Allow for that recoup, allow for that counter. But instead, we like to get flashy, we like to go for those big shots. We're seeing it here. Vertex playing it into the corner there, blocked by Bosco. There's a lot of pressure around York's net to make something happen, and already that momentum, they're just playing around those gaps, playing around those corners, waiting for the right time to strike. And once that happens, especially when Fuel overextends, like here, for example, unless you're there to clear it, you're at a disadvantage. And already an open net does get blocked by Ches, though he was there. I will give him credit, but just stuff like that, Like right here, Fuel's in a really bad spot if they don't recover this. But they did. Reeker was there. They trusted their teammate. But
now with another mid-air bump, but it hits off the post. And already striking in. No one has the speed. It's rolling. Is that in? No, it's off the post.
Ches here with a good bounce toward the corner and allowing for Reeker. No, not really that follow through, forcing Reeker to back check. Vertex is going to try and go for this bounce. Now, see here, Ches. He's going to take this. He takes his boost into the corner. Doesn't have any boost left, and he's going to be overextended. Right here, Reeker going for a shot. When your teammate is down boost, and the shots, the whole team is back in their end. Like, you got to be much. They got to have a lot more setup.
I mean, they're bumping York out of the way to try and get those setups. So. It's going, there you go, hook, line, and sinker right into the center from half court.
Good clear.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Good clear. Really good positioning here. Watching, waiting for that ball. Got there first. seeing that Noah was going to go for a center strike there and just counterattack. No one was at the defense for York. They did the same thing the field did, like overextend, and we saw what happened. Net open.
Yeah, and now you can see here another send into that backboard corner. Hit again, gets up the crossbar, blocked by Bosco.
Vertex misses the challenge in the back there, which will leave Reeker to have to defend at the midpoint. Ches going for an aerial shot here, has the momentum, gets the flick. It's going to go up to the backboard though. Doesn't quite go in. Reeker does get blocked by Bosco. And the attack is back on Fuel's end here. He's trying to clear out to the middle. Passes it right to Noah. Ches, though, is able to recover, stop that shot from going in the net. So, like, it's stuff like that. You know, you can't, you're trying to control it. But in the attempt to control it, you're setting it up for the enemy. Reeker, though, does have a
Oh, yes, that's what I was talking about.
clear shot in the net. Well, what was happening on the side of York there?
So, well, you can see, so Reeker was carrying it, and then from Vertex goes in, slams Bosco, stopping all of that momentum, and Bosco hits into Noah into a car collision.
You know, just must not have had the speed there to get back in time. And that will put Fuel 3-0 into this third match here. A pinch into the ports from Nitro will force Fuel to have to regroup and try and contest this mid. Does get blocked by Ches, but Reeker's going to have to come back. That shot's going toward the net. It will head off the backboard, so Reeker will have more control. Blocked by Nitro. That shot's right at the net, though. Demoed. Vertex. Bosco. Shots there. Ches is on his own here to defend, but Vertex respawns just in time. Bosco, a bit of lack of control over that net, and scary opportunities for York here. Those shots just keep coming. They're playing around them. Fuel has to adjust to this rhythm and interrupt it in order to make some.
They keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. All they have to do is hold out, though. It is 3-0.
Yeah, they just gotta play defense. What am I
Literally.
talking about?
You missed the... Okay, what are you doing? Okay. You know what?
We'll take that.
We'll take it.
Take it.
2 seconds left, 4-0.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Nail in the coffin for Fuel for York as they take map 3 here. Yeah, I mean, it's off the board. That ball's going to hit the ground here. Unless York can score 4 goals off of the hop while keeping it all in the air. And we saw they don't really have the boost economy to do so. But yeah, the ball's going to hit the ground.
Fuel Esports taking game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Solid improvement.
Solid improvement.
But still, minor mistakes are being made. They got to stop that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of close calls at Fuel's net.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way too close.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious, like, from your end, because you asked me, like, what about you? Like, what are you kind of seeing as, like, the big thing from both teams?
Fuel's good clears. I mean, other than when they don't, I know that sounds bad, but, like, you know, when they do get a good shot toward the middle, it does work. Like, you saw that with Vertex. You saw that with,
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Ches there. You know, they do have that strength to set up for their teams. They do have good passing plays when they're there to set up for it. York, just good coordination all around. The defense really stumbled on this match, but beforehand we know that they can play in a shutout. But yeah, like, they've got that coordination, and they're so pressed on the attack. Like, they think they had the ball in the end, in Fuel's end for at least 2 minutes of that match.
Yeah, like, they had a strong attack, and they were keeping it.
They just didn't score any goals.
Nope.
A lot of going off the crossbar, a lot of no. And the weakness there is that not being able to finish and follow through from York. And as well, on the side of Fuel, I mean, we've said it a million times, overextension. But also just not really rewarding. Like, here, Ches is going to go for a bump in and is just left completely on his own. He doesn't have any boost. You know, he didn't really go for the setup. Vertex is going to miss it, and now they're on the back end already here. That ball's going to go up to the crossbar, gets dumped in. Blocked by Reeker is going to go to the side here. Noah's got to get up there. Gets that pass in. Bosco is going to get up, but there's no one to follow through for this, so who's going to take this into their end? Shot goes up toward the board here. Reeker, he's able to control that pass to Ches. Ches going to put it back up. He's going to try to control this going into the board. It's put towards their net here. Reeker goes up, bad angle, and that will put them here again, pressing this attack, trying to get that boost, trying to go in for it. Ches should not be going in at this point.
Oh
Vertex
my
does
God.
get the goal, does manage to secure that core fuel.
And you can see, so Ches goes aerial. Whoa,
Goes
wait, no.
Reeker.
It was Noah who demoed Ches. I thought Ches demoed Noah.
No, I don't with Reeker, but yes. Yes.
Don't matter, we got the goal.
No matter, we did get the goal.
And now off kickoff, slamming right into the wall, going to Reeker, hitting off to the middle. Ches with no boost, it whiffs off. It's the Vertex to Reeker again, hit off the backboard.
I get set up for Vertex. He's going to have to control this in the mid, blocking Nitro. As the pressures, we're seeing Fuel pressuring York's end here. They're just back and forth on the ball. Reeker's up there. Doesn't have any boost to follow through, but will allow for Ches to get a good pinch on this board. Going to try go for a setup toward mid. Cleared by Nitro here.
With very
Vertex
minimal
gets up.
boost.
Vertex, yeah, I mean, he does get up there. Reeker's going to block this, followed through by Bosco. Shuffles back to York's end.
And now with that, it goes onto the roll, rolls into the middle, hits off a Ches. Ches demos Bosco, hits off to the roof. Vertex hits it, bounce off the roof again. Reeker misses the underbounce, goes to Bosco. Clearly down the middle. You don't know why you do it down the middle. Ches was there.
What was that? A very close call here from the side of Fuel. Double bounce testing. All three players just going for this ball. I mean, it feels like we're seeing a lot of ball-hungry stuff, folks.
Very, very ball hungry.
Come
Did any
on.
of them eat today?
I like the aggression, but like you gotta know when to go for it and when to not. Vertex there, not gonna be there in time regardless, but does manage to get that demo in the end. So Reeker here going for this attack, recovered by Bosco. Bosco's gonna set up with Noah, doesn't have the boost, so he's gonna retreat as Fuel's gonna get this, pressing this attack, clearing out from York's attack. Again, ball goes up, clear by Fuel into the left pocket, and they're gonna be really, that pressure's back on Fuel's back foot as York need a goal to stay in this.
And we're currently at still 1-0 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds decreasing on the clock. Honestly, Fuel should just start, rock the defense. They're doing solid on defense. Keep this up for 2 minutes and you got the game in the bag. You're at match point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's...
Or
really just
unless you do something like this.
yeah, this is a really bad opportunity. And a whiff! Ches! My guy! Bro, come on. You were right there. And yeah, I mean, York's going to tie this up. A good deke from Noah will leave them in this fight. And that shot again, you know, no one's there. So close to danger so often. You have to be winning those kickoffs. Pressure's on here from Noah. It is only Reeker to defend. Does get the bump up. Cleared, pinched into that corner. Ches is going to try to get a flick over, but doesn't have the momentum to put it over. And that will be Nitro here, clearing it into Fuel's end. A good pitch toward the net. Cleared by Ches here as the shot goes back into York's end. Fuel now no longer just having to play defense. They've got to score a goal to win this game. But never mind. Nitro is just going to beautifully control it towards Fuel's net.
The only person there was Vertex.
All three. All three of them. Over to center.
And now with a 1-point lead now into York's favor, it is now 1:14 on the clock. Fuel needs 1 point to tie this, but that kickoff going highly into York's favor is not what you want to see.
Bro, come
Oh,
on!
it pinched out the crossbar.
Vertex has got to be there, man. Like, already there, we're seeing those players. You have to be ready for that. You're seeing that ball happen already again. No one's backing their end. You can only have one player going. Honestly, at this point, you have to make a rule, only one player. Because if you concede this, you lose the match.
Unless you do something like this, but again.
Bosco with the defense. He was there. He was ready. Come on, Ches. Make something happen. Flick goes into the corner here. Not opportune for him, and he doesn't have any boost. He's going to have to retreat back. Does get that clear for Fuel. Goes off the post. Fuel's not there in time. Reeker, you were there. Hey, put that in. Anyway.
30 seconds left. Goes to Vertex, aerial swipe, but it hits to Nitro. Not a lot of momentum. Ches does not have any boost.
Already contested in the top part. Fuel's gonna have one last shot as it gets put in the corner. Vertex is gonna go for it. All three pinched up to the side. Shot goes down. 3 seconds. Fuel manages to score. Somehow.
Now, if York cannot score in 3 seconds, we go to OT.
Good OT.
If Fuel can score in 3 seconds,
They have to win kickoff.
it's a series win.
Look at that. They don't have a history of winning kickoff. They have to win it. They did. Okay. It's going to go up at the last second. Fuel puts it down.
Smarter going to overtime. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Now, Fuel again winning this kickoff. It's going to get recovered by their teammates as they're pressing this attack. Shot going towards York net, defended by their team here as they try to set up for an attack. An open net again. Rieger is able to back check in time, but you know it's scary. You gotta watch that. But here anyway, that attack is happening.
Oh
Shot
my!
goes off, and Vertex is just there, ready for it. Gets the goal, and they win the series.
That's series match. You can see it whiffs off of Bosco, and then Vertex just with a nice angle to send it in. So a nice, 50-50.
Nice.
You lost
50-50.
one, you won one.
I guess
Good
I'll
job.
take that. You know, that's fair. I've been a bit hard on them today, but overall, I mean, it's a showing, and they did win this, and they did win it well. But at the end of the day, like, this is not the field that we know.
And it is, but it's still a good. They won. It's a 3-1, and better than getting 3-0 swept.
Yeah.
But the good news is
Good news is
we're not done
We're
yet.
not done.
The main team's done.
Main team is done. So maybe potentially we'll have an interview for you. Actually, never mind.
We're getting
no
told nope.
interview. We
don't have
time
time.
for it
Because ACAD.
ACAD Academy team. Now this is backup to the backup to the backup, but they are ready. They're hungry for it. I believe this is the first time we're streaming ACAD team for Rocket League this semester.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think so too. I do not remember, but the only difference is these are best of 5s.
This is gonna
ACAD's
be
best of 7.
Best of 7.
So first to 4.
Yep.
That will be
Interesting.
interesting to watch, and it will be against Junita Rocket
College.
League.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. We are we're gonna jump to a quick break here.
In a moment.
In a moment.
And
as we will see you in a sec.
stay tuned.